Hi, everybody. I'm Tim Donnelly, play-by-play voice for the Charlotte Rush. We are post-game on this Sunday, October 13th, following the Charlotte Rush home opening weekend, and I'm glad to say it was a complete sweep for the Charlotte Rush, as the Elite and Premier both won both of their games against the Charleston Colonials. And to discuss all the happy totals, let's bring in the head coach of the Charlotte Rush Elite. We're going to talk Elite hockey first, Trevor Jewell. Trevor, let's recap the home opening win. Just first of all, how good was it to get back on home ice last night for the first time this season?
Oh, it definitely felt great. Haven't heard the horn in a while. I think it's been almost close to a calendar year since the last time we played at home. So it was definitely exciting to be back home, with the music and the guys back in their element, and just being here and being able to sleep in your own beds and not have to take a bus everywhere. It's pretty exciting, and it's a lot of fun, especially for the guys that got to play here for the first time. So I hope they enjoyed it, and it was pretty successful.
9-0, the Charlotte Rush shutout and defeat the Charleston Colonials. And you got a great effort from Jack Lim in goal. But, Trevor, talk about the balanced scoring. Only one of your players had a couple of goals. That was Guillaume Lalancette. Other than that, you got 7 different goal scorers. You have to like that.
Yeah, obviously, Jack played well with the limited shots he did see. Obviously disappointed with the first period. I thought we were really slow. It's almost like we took it off, and going into the period 0-0 there is just unacceptable. But they turned it on in the second period, and to be able to have depth scoring like that, that's huge, and that's how you win games in the long run. And when you have line after line coming, wave after wave, it's pretty hard to stop. So very happy with that, very pleased. But we still have a long way to go as far as learning systems and things like that. And our power play's got to be a lot better too.
All right, well, again, still some things to work on when the Charlotte Rush is now 10-0, but that's all good news when you've still got things to work on and you're 10-0. Okay, you come back again today, Trevor, with a big 7-2 win this time, and the big player for you was Ivan Korsak. He had 3 goals and 2 assists for 5 points. Talk about his big game.
Yeah, Ivan has been, a force all year so far up front, and, I'd like to see him play with a little bit more consistency. Sometimes he goes dark, but, he scores in big moments, and we're going to need him against better teams and things like that. But very happy with his play today. Again, we let him hang around for a little bit too long in the first period there, and then kind of turned it on in the second period again, and then the third period was a little bit better. But, we got to come out better and have better starts and just be ready to go and have more preparation mentally and physically before the game. But otherwise, he played well.
And you put Arlie Cutler in goal. Talk about his play today.
Yeah, I thought he played well. A couple of times, the 2 goals he did give up, not his fault. One's a 2-on-1. It goes off a guy skating in the net on a turnover that shouldn't have happened, especially when a D pinches and didn't get back. And then obviously the other one beat him short side, from the point, and then he was screened, which means our D aren't boxing out and they're not letting him see pucks. So not entirely on him. The second one's probably a save he needs to make. But, other than that, he's come in. He's won games for us, and he's doing phenomenal, and we're very happy to have him. But, he's still got a ways to go. He's a young kid, and we're happy to have him in the cage back there.
All right, we're talking to Trevor Jewell, head coach and general manager of the Charlotte Rush Elite, post-game on this Sunday, October the 13th, following the Rush sweep of the Charleston Colonials, 9-0 last night and 7-2 today. Trevor, your club is 10-0. As a coach, I know one of the tasks has to be how to keep the guys from being overconfident. How do you plan to do that when your team's 10-0?
Well, it starts in practice. You got to make the weeks harder than the weekends, and I think that's where it starts. So, we'll have the rest of today off, and then, Monday off tomorrow to kind of regroup and get ready for Richmond next weekend, and, we'll have a nice battle day on Monday. Again, it's an internal competition for guys that want to be in the lineup, so guys can't be, lackadaisical. They can't get, complacent, because there's always somebody gunning for their position, and, I think that's how we keep them going. But at the same time, you can see it from the starts that it's there. They feel like they're too good, but they're not. They're a good team, but they're not a great team yet, and I keep reminding them that. And again, I'm a coach that wants to win it at all costs, and I'm not opposed to making changes and making moves when I need to. So those guys should always be on their toes and be ready to go, because during the week is going to determine who plays on the weekend.
Must be fun at practice then too, with all that competition.
Yeah, for the most part. It gets a little intense, but I think that's what makes it part of being the Rush and making it exciting for the week.
Final question for Trevor Jewell. Trevor, you alluded to, we're going to Richmond this coming weekend. A series that's always been a very physical one, so we expect that's probably going to be the same, but preview the series and what you and the Rush have to do to be successful against the Generals.
Well, again, Richmond's always a physical team. That's how they play. They got a lot of new guys this year, so I'm not exactly sure, how the rivalry is going to stand up. But I know RC will do a good job getting them ready. But, for us, we just got to control what we can control and focus on what we we need to do to be successful, and that's just play our game. Be fast, physical, play with pace and tempo, and get up and down the ice. So, got to clean up some things in the D zone and the neutral zone. I think we'll be all right, but definitely not excited to go up to Richmond on another road trip again. But I guess we're happy that we're getting the long ones out of the way early. But at the end of the day, we got to go up there and we have to do our job and win 2 hockey games.
Final comment from Trevor Jewell. Trevor, again, we heard from a lot of fans from Rush Nation emailing in, watching the broadcast, both current Rush players that have been here before, but also the newcomers too. And we also heard from this couple down in Gulf Breeze, Florida, that were watching you today and very thrilled with the early success. They were trying to watch your game and then also watching Ross's game, I think, for Montana State. So they were busy watching hockey, but I did want to tell you they chimed in and just very proud of you and thrilled for what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate them watching it. They're lucky now that it's a little bit different because now they can watch me coach. This technology wasn't around when I was playing, so they didn't get to watch me much. But I'm a little disappointed they wanted to watch my little brother over me. So
they said they were going to go back and forth, not dump you.
Mom and Dad, you guys got to be better. That's just not fair. I mean, come on. But I'm happy they're very supportive, and obviously having a little brother that played here as well and won a championship with our team, that means a lot. And I know he's always watching and kind of judging, critiquing how we're doing. So very proud. I mean, we always talk about the Rush being a family atmosphere, and it really is. People care, and like you said, a lot of the older guys that have played here are watching, and they care, and it's pretty unique, and I think it's special for the guys that are here to be able to see that and lean on guys like that have been here and gone through the things they're going through. So, it's special, and I'm happy my parents get to see that stuff, and I'm happy they're supporting as well.
Well, Trevor, again, we're building something very special here into the 5th year, I think it is. But Trevor, again, great start for the Elite. We're 10-0. Congrats on a big sweep this weekend, and hope you and the guys can keep it rolling next weekend in Richmond.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Tim.
Trevor Jewell, head coach and general manager of the Charlotte Rush Elite. Don't forget to check out more information on the Charlotte Rush by watching our Charlotte Rush YouTube channel. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and, of course, our Charlotte Rush website. Follow the Rush next weekend in Richmond against the Generals. And for Trevor Jewell and all of us at the Charlotte Rush, I'm Charlotte Rush public address announcer and play-by-play announcer Tim Donnelly. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.